Bo Nichols says he knows for a fact that at UFC 314, April 12th in Miami, Florida, Alexander Volkanovski and Ilia Topuria will rematch for the featherweight title. The two fought last year, and Ilia Topuria knocked out Volkanovski in the second round. As far as what Volkanovski can do differently in this fight, I don't really know. I mean, maybe do what he did in the first round, because he won the first round. Do what he did in the first round for at least 3 rounds and not get knocked out, which is easier said than done. Topuria has become one of the greatest featherweight knockout artists in the history of the UFC. After knocking out Volk, he knocked out Max Holloway, who'd never been knocked out before. Topuria wanted to fight in Spain, but it didn't happen. The UFC couldn't make it happen for whatever reason, so this rematch will take place in Miami. Topuria is ranked number 4 in the pound-for-pound rankings behind Pereira, Jones, and Makhachev. He expressed interest in fighting Makhachev, moving up to 155, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon with him fighting Volk in April. Besides Volkanovski, he's beat Holloway, but he has not beaten Diego Lopez or fought him yet, or fought or beaten Movsar Evloev, so if he beats Volkanovski again, those two guys are 2 potential future challengers for the belt. Bo Nichols says he wants to fight on that Miami card as well. He's coming off a victory via decision over Paul Craig. No takedowns ended up happening in that fight. It ended up just being a striking match. So far, some of the other fights on the UFC 314 card: Gilbert Burns versus Michael Morales in the welterweight division. You also have in the strawweight division, Virna Jandiroba versus Yan Chanan. Title shot implications there. And in the light heavyweight division, should be an interesting matchup: Dominic Reyes versus Nikita Krylov. Merab Dvalishvili and Piotr Yan expected to coach against each other on Hype Reality Global, which is kind of like a Russian version of The Ultimate Fighter. Armin Sarukian and Hamzat Chimaev did that on Hype Reality 3. Regarding Piotr Yan and Merab Dvalishvili, Alfredo, the person who runs the show, says, Hype Global Reality, Team Merab versus Team Piotr Yan, coming soon. The world's not ready yet. Maybe these two fight each other next in the UFC for the belt again, or it could be a rematch between O'Malley and Merab. In the meantime, Merab fighting to get this parody account down as he sips on Dagestani tears. Islam Makhachev may be done with 155. I don't see a lot of work to do in my division. I think about moving up to 170, and Bilal and Shafkat will fight for the title soon at 170. Maybe in May. I don't want to make any statements. I have not spoken to the UFC since my last fight. We need to talk, sit down and talk. It's not surprising he's bored with 155 because he's beaten 4 of the top 6 guys: Sarukian, Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, and Dan Hooker. And the guys that they want him to fight next are Sarukian, Oliveira, who he's already beat, so he's probably tired of fighting the same guys. His manager has said that his UFC has plans for him that don't involve Oliveira, Sarukian, and Topuria, so maybe it is 170 that is next for Islam. New BKFC heavyweight champion Ben Rothwell says cutting weight from 306 to 275 pounds ahead of his BKFC title fight was the hardest thing he's ever done in his life, but he got it done, and he got the first round knockout over Mick Terrell to win the belt. Rothwell says he is a free agent. He wants to continue fighting for BKFC, but wouldn't mind taking a boxing bout with Ngannou or Anthony Joshua before returning to BKFC and taking on somebody like Mark Hunt.
Hey Ben, actively online there's somebody that's interested in fighting you. You have fought him in the past in your MMA career. Mark Hunt wants to fight you for that title in Italy in September. He's very specific.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Well, you don't say no. So let's knuckle up.
That's all bare knuckle.
Hunt says, "You sure you want the smoke, Rothwell? Let's see then." They fought in the UFC, and Hunt won that fight via decision. Mateusz Gamrot says, talks already underway about the next UFC appearance, so I think soon something will be known and I'll share information with you. He's coming off a split decision loss to Dan Hooker. Future opponents could include Michael Chandler, Bernil Dariush, Fiziev again because their first fight ended in injury, maybe Brian Ortega if he moves up to 155. Alexander Volkov entered the Naga submission grappling tournament in Phoenix and ended up winning it. Hamzat expects to take the belt this year. I guess the assumption is he'll take on the winner of DDP and Strickland, which takes place next weekend. Diana Avsaragova signs to be in the PFL tournament this year. This year, the tournament runs from April to August. Amanda Heba's fight-worn shorts for $450. That's what the auction bid is right now. And $57,000 for UFC Octagon pendant, 18 karat gold. $57,000.
Is it like this?
And your hand and your muscle. Now you pinch your elbows together. And you fucking go.
I'm scared. Am I choking you?
Do it. You have to do it hard and long enough. You have to continue to breathe in order, because it's going to take a second.
Oh my god.
You'll know when I go, because I'll go. I'll put my hands up, and when they drop, I'll probably be out. Go. What are you doing? Oh, I was out. Bitch, I was out. Let's go. Let's go.
BJ Penn says every fight Mike Perry wins, he gets better looking. Did you ever notice that?
Pause, rewind, or slow down.
I went to the PFL fights in Dubai and then I had an early flight, so I got a driver to the airport, guy from Pakistan, middle-aged guy. I got talking to him. I said, how much money do you make? He said, from every 100 dirham that he makes a company, the boss gets 80, he keeps 20, so he's making nothing. I said, well, where do you live in Dubai? He said, I live in a small room. I said, how many people live in the room? He said, 2 rooms, 11 men, all sleeping on the floor and shit. They're all working. I said, do you get a day off? He said, no day off, 7 days a week, works all day, don't even sleep. I said, you got family? He said, yeah, a wife and 4 kids in Pakistan. He sends them money every month. He makes just enough to pay his rent so he can work there and send money to his family so they can live. I said, well, when do you see your family? He said, every 18 months to 2 years, he goes and sees his wife and kids. He's just working every day, the rest of his life. He ain't got no dreams, nothing. He ain't got time for dreams. And we're over here complaining, man. Have to be grateful.
Ain't nobody trying to watch Sean Brady wrestle during an MMA fight. Johnny Walker needs to take his chin to a whole new level.
Johnny Walker. What do I do at duty free? Johnny Walker. That night, Johnny Walker in the war room by myself with him, chilling.
Who'll be the first fighter to use that song in their walkout? Instant legend status. Thanks for watching. If you want to send a donation, you can via PayPal, link on the main page. If you want to shout out for your business, send a donation and I'll shout it out at the end. Whatever it is, pizzeria, plumbing, law firm, realty, rub and tug, whatever it is, I want to promote it.